HIV stands for Human Immunodeficiency Virus. It is a virus that attacks the body's immune system, which is our body's defense against illness. By weakening the immune system, HIV makes it harder for the body to fight off infections and diseases. AIDS, or acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, is the most advanced stage of HIV infection. It occurs when the immune system is severely damaged, making the body vulnerable to opportunistic infections that rarely affect people with healthy immune systems. HIV is spread through contact with certain bodily fluids, including blood, semen, vaginal fluids, and breast milk. It can be transmitted through unprotected sex, sharing needles, or from mother to child during pregnancy, childbirth, or breastfeeding. Importantly, HIV is not spread through casual contact, so you cannot get HIV from hugging, kissing, sharing food, or using the same toilet as someone who has HIV. Understanding the difference between HIV and AIDS, as well as how HIV is and is not transmitted, is crucial for dispelling myths and reducing stigma. To really grasp the nature of HIV, it's important to understand the immune system. Our immune system is a complex network of cells and organs designed to defend our bodies against invaders like bacteria, viruses, and parasites. White blood cells, specifically a type called CD4 cells, are key players in this defense system. HIV specifically targets and infects these CD4 cells. It enters these cells, makes copies of itself, and then spreads to infect other CD4 cells. Over time, HIV destroys so many CD4 cells that the immune system becomes severely weakened. This weakening is what allows opportunistic infections to take hold, which are called opportunistic because they take advantage of the weakened immune system. These infections can cause a range of serious illnesses and ultimately lead to death. Understanding the science behind HIV's attack on the immune system is crucial for developing effective treatments and highlights the importance of early detection and treatment to prevent the progression from HIV to AIDS. HIV/AIDS is a global pandemic that has had a profound impact on the world. Since the beginning of the epidemic, over 75 million people have been infected with HIV. Today, approximately 38 million people are living with HIV worldwide. The impact of HIV/AIDS is felt most acutely in sub-Saharan Africa, home to the largest number of people living with HIV. However, HIV is a global issue, affecting people of all ages, races, and socioeconomic backgrounds. The good news is that global efforts to combat HIV/AIDS have made significant progress. Increased access to antiretroviral therapy, or ART, has dramatically reduced AIDS-related deaths. However, challenges remain in ensuring equitable access to treatment and prevention services. The fight against HIV/AIDS requires a global commitment to research, prevention, and support for those affected by the virus. Understanding the global impact of this epidemic is essential for guiding public health interventions and advocating for increased funding and resources. Behind the statistics are real people living with HIV/AIDS every day. Their stories are powerful reminders of the human impact of this epidemic. Take Mary, a young mother diagnosed with HIV shortly after giving birth. She found strength in support groups and treatment. Today, Mary lives a healthy life and raises her HIV-negative daughter. John, a businessman, has lived with HIV for over a decade. He advocates for HIV awareness and challenges stigma. These stories highlight human resilience in the face of adversity. An HIV diagnosis is not a death sentence. With treatment and support, people with HIV can live fulfilling lives. Section 5. Prevention is key ways to protect yourself and others. Preventing new HIV infections is a cornerstone of the fight against AIDS. Fortunately, there are many effective ways to reduce the risk of HIV transmission. One of the most effective methods is consistent and correct condom use during sex. Condoms act as a barrier, preventing the exchange of bodily fluids. Another important prevention strategy is regular HIV testing. Knowing your HIV status is essential for accessing treatment if positive and taking steps to prevent transmission. For people at high risk of HIV exposure, pre-exposure prophylaxis, or PrEP, is a highly effective medication that can prevent HIV infection. Other prevention methods include limiting the number of sexual partners, practicing abstinence, and avoiding sharing needles. It's important to remember that everyone has a role to play in HIV prevention. By taking steps to protect ourselves and others, we can work together to reduce the spread of this virus. Education and awareness campaigns are crucial for disseminating information about prevention methods. Empowering individuals with knowledge is essential for making informed decisions about their sexual health. Section 6. Treatment options, antiretroviral therapy, and beyond. While there is currently no cure for HIV, significant advances in treatment have transformed what it means to live with the virus. Antiretroviral therapy, or ART, is a life-saving treatment that suppresses the replication of HIV in the body. ART works by reducing the amount of HIV in the blood, known as the viral load. When taken consistently as prescribed, ART can suppress the viral load to undetectable levels. This means that the virus is effectively controlled, and the immune system can recover and rebuild itself. The benefits of ART extend beyond individual health. When someone living with HIV achieves and maintains an undetectable viral load, they cannot transmit the virus to others. This concept, known as undetectable equals untransmittable, or U equals sign U, has revolutionized HIV prevention efforts. While ART is highly effective, it is a lifelong treatment regimen that requires adherence to medication. Ongoing research continues to explore new treatment options, including gene therapy and immunotherapy, with the ultimate goal of finding a cure for HIV. Section 7. Breakthroughs and ongoing research. The quest for a cure. The search for an HIV cure is a top priority for researchers worldwide. While a cure remains elusive, there have been significant breakthroughs. Scientists are exploring gene editing technologies like CRISPR-Cas9. These technologies hold the potential to remove HIV from cells or make the immune system resistant. Another area of research is immunotherapy, which aims to harness the body's immune system to fight HIV. While a cure is still some way off, the progress gives hope for the future. The dedication of researchers offers hope that one day HIV will no longer be a global health threat. Section 8. The importance of education, combating stigma and discrimination. Education plays a vital role in the fight against HIV/AIDS. It is essential for dispelling myths and misconceptions that fuel stigma and discrimination. When people lack accurate information about HIV, they may hold on to harmful beliefs and engage in behaviors that perpetuate the epidemic. Comprehensive sex education is crucial for teaching young people about HIV transmission, prevention methods, and the importance of testing. It also helps to create a more open and accepting environment where young people feel comfortable discussing sexual health. Public awareness campaigns can reach a wider audience and address common misconceptions about HIV. These campaigns can use a variety of mediums, such as television, radio, social media, and community events, to disseminate accurate information and promote testing and prevention. By increasing knowledge and understanding, education can help to reduce stigma and discrimination. This, in turn, can encourage people to get tested, access treatment if needed, and live openly with HIV without fear of judgment or rejection. Section 9. Hope for the future. Progress and challenges in the fight against AIDS. While the fight against HIV/AIDS is far from over, there is much hope for the future. The global response to the epidemic has made significant strides in reducing new infections and AIDS-related deaths. The availability of effective treatment has transformed HIV from a death sentence to a manageable chronic condition. However, challenges remain. Inequalities in access to prevention, testing, and treatment persist in many parts of the world. Stigma and discrimination continue to prevent people from seeking the care and support they need. To end the AIDS epidemic, we must address these challenges head-on. This requires a multi-pronged approach that includes increased funding for research, expanded access to affordable treatment and prevention services, and comprehensive education and awareness campaigns. The progress made in the fight against HIV/AIDS demonstrates that we have the tools and knowledge to make a difference. By working together, we can create a future where everyone has the opportunity to live a long and healthy life, free from HIV. Section 10. A call to action. Get involved, make a difference. The fight against HIV/AIDS is a collective effort that requires the participation of individuals, communities, and governments around the world. Everyone has a role to play in ending this epidemic. You can make a difference by getting informed about HIV/AIDS, getting tested, and talking to your friends and family about prevention. You can support organizations working to combat HIV/AIDS through volunteering or donations. Advocate for policies that promote HIV prevention, testing, and treatment. Challenge stigma and discrimination wherever you see it. Together, we can create a world where HIV is no longer a public health threat. The fight against HIV/AIDS is a marathon, not a sprint. It requires sustained effort, compassion, and a commitment to leaving no one behind. Let us all do our part to create a healthier and more just world for all.